Okay, so Jinx's Entreat. This is a deck that we brewed up that I really enjoyed last time we played. So I hope we have another good set again today. Jinx, our champion, is the centerpiece of this deck, and she's great. 4/3 for 4 with quick attack that levels when she sees our hand is empty. Her leveled mode is super powerful. In addition to getting a little bit bigger, she draws us an extra card at the start of each turn. And the first time each round that she sees our hand is empty, she creates a super mega death rocket, which I hear is at least 13 times faster than the previous death rockets that we had. So mega death rocket here for 1 mana, does 4 damage to the enemy nexus and 1 to all of their units in play. So super, super powerful effect if we can build our deck appropriately to enable it. Now, what does this deck do differently than some of the other Jinx decks around? So the issue I was having with existing Jinx decks in the format was that they're really good when they have Jinx in play, but if you can't keep Jinx in play, they kind of sucked, honestly. And the reason for this was you have to build your deck to be able to get your hand empty, but if you empty your hand and then don't have your Jinx as a payoff, you just kind of blew your load and didn't have anything to do. So what this build is explicitly looking to do is we have this card here, Entreat, which explicitly draws a champion out of our deck. So even though most Runeterra decks play the full 6 champions, this deck is notably only playing 3 champions, only Jinx. So this way our Entreats always grab Jinx. So we basically have 6 virtual copies of Jinx. The rest of the deck is just good aggressive cards, things like Mystic Shot and Get Excited. We also have Starlit Seer here as an angle of attack, because we have a lot of spells in our deck. This is grant the top card to our ally +1/+1 when we cast a spell. Something that Starlit Seer was extra good with last time we played this is Flame Chompers is usually just a value card for your discard stuff. When it's discarded, he gets summoned. But if you can put a bunch of Starlit Seer triggers on Flame Chompers, it becomes a real threat very quickly because it has the challenger mechanic here to force things to block. It basically turns into a very good threat / piece of removal. So let's go ahead and jump on into some games here with this and see how it goes. See if we have another good run with it or if we're just a fluke last time. So I think you basically always keep Entreat or Jinx in your openers. Kalista Hecarim could be a little bit on the aggressive side. I think I'm mulliganing the rest of these. Found a Hawk on one, sounds great. So, Hawk, when it comes into play, gives the top 2 units of our deck +1/+1, which is fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and block this. It has a Last Breath effect, so it'll give them a follower that costs 3 or less in their hand when it dies. That's fine. Hey, that's a good one to get down before we start casting our spells. It's a little bit bigger from the Hawk here as well. I'm gonna go ahead and attack into their 1/1 here. I think this is fine. Is Big Endure good? It felt better than Little Endure to me. I think I'm just Mystic Shotting this. I guess I could block it, but the problem with blocking it is then this dies to Vile Feast, which isn't ideal. Mystic Shotting triggers this, which is nice. Starts pumping up the top unit in my deck some more. Glimpse is a little punishing, because if my spell stops my spell from happening, so I don't get my Seer trigger now. They attack here with this, I'm going to go ahead and block. Sumpit Dredger. Yeah, they get into a 5-4. I don't need 2 Entreats. Ew. Do I want to trade my 5-4 for their 4-3? I think the answer is no. Just gonna go ahead and pass here. It's not a bad one. So this is a 3-3 that makes a 5-5 on top of our deck, which is great for one. I don't know that we're jinxing this turn. I think I'm just playing Trapper. I think we're gonna Trapper into Entreat here.
Everyone's a garden.
So these can force some blocks here. We'll see what they do with these. I guess I'm just trading here. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this now so I get the trigger from this.
What does he want from me?
8 total resources here. So I think we're gonna start by playing Jinx out. Sacrum. I don't think I want to trade this here, so I'm just gonna attack with this to start. She's got quick attack, so if they block with anything, it's gonna get eaten. I have double get excited here, so we can, if they don't open on attacks, I can double get excited this, which is nice. I could force Jinx to level there, but I think that's not worth it. So Hecarim's got Overwhelm here, which is the equivalent of Trample. I'm just get exciteding this. I guess this gets a little sketchy if they have Fury. I guess I block here and then I get excited, so this way if they have Fury I don't die. Yeah, I think that's the play. Well, Fury's a burst spell, remember? So I can't do it in response. Oh, 6 does still die, you're right. I was thinking it was going to 8, but you're correct.
The trap is set.
I'll give you to the counter.
So what's the difference between burst, fast, and slow? So fast and slow spells build a stack here in the middle that you can respond to. Burst spells just happen. Think of, they're not exactly split second, but they're like split second adjacent, for lack of a better term. So I need to get my hand empty to get a super mega death rocket here. Having to discard my Yeti feels bad, though. You cannot respond to a fast spell with the slow spell. You also can't play slow spells inside of combat. If they have a They Who Endure, we're going to be in trouble. Another Hecarim's also not great for us. That's a big in. They're not low enough to be able to beat that. I don't think I have any outs here, right? I'm not playing any Frostbite stuff in this deck. Yeah, our goal with this deck against They Who Endure is kill them before it happens. Do things like counterspells exist here? So there is a card called Deny that disrupts spells that are on the stack. However, when you play units in this game, they just come into play. So there aren't decks that are like counter every play that you make like exist in Magic, which is a net positive, I think, because those decks are super frustrating to play against in Magic. Yeah, units and burst spells explicitly cannot be denied. Our hand is kind of absurd here, just like 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy keep. Similar to Magic, both players play each turn in Runeterra, but similar to Hearthstone, each player replenishes their mana and gains a mana each turn. And between drawing a card on every player's turn and always having your mana back, there's a lot more game action in Runeterra on average than there is in games of Magic, because players aren't flooding out or having, you know, we have twice as many cards and none of those cards are lands, basically. So Runeterra has a lot more action in it than Magic does a lot of the time.
Looking for trouble? It found you.
We just play Trapper here to start. Maybe playing Trapper's wrong because they can hook it. Oh yeah, so this has Valor, or this has Scout, so it gets to attack twice. So they get to do that, and then they get to attack and hook my 3/3. Yeah, maybe playing the 3/3 is wrong here. Because Misfortune here deals 1 damage to me and all my stuff that's blocking every time there's combat. Which needs more skill, this or Magic the Gathering? I think Runeterra has a lot less variance in it than Magic. I wouldn't say either game is absent of skill, but I think good players have more chances to leverage play skill in Runeterra than in Magic on average. Magic doesn't have a very large amount of in-game player agency, whereas Runeterra has an incredible amount of in-game player agency. So attacking and blocking is similar to Magic. I declare attackers, they declare blockers. Dragon is very excited about getting in a hit for 9, as he should be. Alright, so they're gonna get to level Misfortune here, which is really unfortunate. That being said, we might get set up to kill them on the backswing. We could Rummage for Get Excited. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that, though. I think I just take the hit and try and kill them on the backswing. If I miss on the Rummage for Get Excited.
Head to the base.
Set sail. That's Captain Fortune.
No one goes hungry.
So now her thing deals 3 damage to everything. Can mouse over the eye here to see what's going to happen. She has Overwhelm, so if I block like this, I'm taking 7 total, which I think is fine. I have a barrier to protect her. That's unfortunate. Jay Hurst, thanks for the 14 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
The trap is set.
Yeah, I agree. The opponent's archetype, I think, is the best aggressive deck in the format right now. By a good margin.
I'm through waiting.
I'm gonna attack with these two.
Can you stomach this?
I'm already a subscriber, and I get Amazon Prime Twitch thing. Can I use it to gift a sub to you? Not exactly sure how Twitch Prime works. You actually can't. It's really annoying that they can't. They don't let you use it extra. If you want to send me dollars with your Twitch Prime, you could technically Prime to Christie's channel though if you have a paid sub here. This is actually a pretty good draw. I appreciate you, Dirty Digits.
I'll defend these forests to the end.
So they get to hook Misfortune here. We could theoretically rummage into... What can we rummage into here? Think I'm just rummaging to start?
Less thinking, more pew-pewing.
Shut up, Jinx.
No, it's here somewhere. Watch your step.
Hold nothing back.
So this can force a block with Challenger. She's gonna blast us 3 times. The Death Rocket does 1 to all their stuff here. So unless they have Ranger's Resolve, we're in an okay spot here. Oh, these just die, right? Because they're taking 3. I guess I Elixir this. So then these both go to 1. And then we get priority after this combat happens. So this happens, after combat happens, I get a chance to play my Death Rocket. Which will kill these if they don't have Ranger's Resolve. Am I just dead though? Yeah, we're dead to the Misfortune attack, right? Because she does 8. And I can only put 1 Toughness in front of it. Yeah, we're dead to the Overwhelm.
Set sail.
Opponent trying to figure it out.
Less thinking, more pew-pewing.
Yeah, so it does 8, and then this does 3 to each of my units. So if I block with this, I'm still taking 8. And if I block with this, I'm taking exactly 7. Yeah, level Misfortune is very good. The Valor into Misfortune early was super tough. Almost stabilized from it. Maybe I'm supposed to... what's the word I'm searching for? Perhaps I'm supposed to, not use my Elixir earlier, because I had the extra chump blocker for their thing. So if I save the elixir, maybe I don't die, but they also get to like challenge down my Jinx there, which means I probably can't kill them the following turn then. Yeah, the misfortune triggers did like, I think it was 9, it might have been 12, it was at least 9 though. Yeah, I agree, B1. This Runeterra as a whole has a lot fewer just completely runaway games than Magic does. There's a lot more games won by inches in Runeterra than there are in Magic. Just refreshing. Urchin with this is great here. Gets to come into play when it's discarded. Yeah, Choppers. Choppers is a great pickup there, obviously. Tradesies, steal. I think we just banked the spell mana here.
Patience.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that. My kind of party.
Really? Oh, we're protecting her. Okay, sure. Pocket Aces Misfortune. Sweet.
Guns blazing.
I'm not greedy. My friends, though.
Anything helps.
Nice.
We made choices. Boys.
Jinx? Stands to Jinx? Durr.
Durr.
Safety will cost you.
Opponent missed on their allegiance trigger there.
Fortune favors the bold.
I'm gonna play Clump Wumps here, so this way I can level Jinx at instant speed.
Watch your step.
Oh, Chompers is out of space now, though. That's unfortunate. So this takes a damage here because I chose to block with it, but this saves it from, This saves it from,
I'm on a roll.
saves me killing Misfortune if they have like a pump spell or like another Pocket Aces there. I think it's worth losing a toughness on this. They unfortunately high rolled and hit it with Make It Rain, but that's fine. Yeah, Jump Wumps has been reasonable. Makes things like Zonite Urchin a lot better. Get in for 7 here. Hopefully they like try to get excited this, so we just get to Fury them. I think I'm probably making a missile this turn.
You know it's here somewhere.
Hey, Craft Beer. Thanks for the brand new Prime support. I really appreciate that. Welcome to Oglandia. Hope you're having a good one wherever you're at. So again, these rockets are fleeting, so they're use them or lose them. This is the Cannon Shark turn. This is elusive, so can't block it. Okay, so didn't get cannon sharked. So this draws a Jinx. When we have a Jinx in play, Jinx turns into Get Excited. So let's Get Excited their face here, which makes us another rocket.
Everyone goes boom!
Boom! Push it to 2. So Mystic Shots and Get Exciteds are lethal. Well, Get Excited's lethal if we draw another card. And if we can get our hand empty, another Rocket's lethal next turn.
This my ship.
Yeah. Huh. Because they showed us pocket aces earlier, Bassin, and I didn't want to get pocket aces.
Are you pooping?
Shut up, Jinx. So this rallied, so they get an attack step here. I think we attack like this. This forces them to block. So the problem with the attack with all is... they have priority after I attack and can attack me back right away. Is the problem. Alright, do they have pocket aces for this? Because this doesn't target, right? Yeah, we should still be good here, because this is gonna turn into a Get Excited. I'm from the Midwest. Citrus Courier almost stole this for them. I think we're gonna be good here, though.
That didn't do nothing.
Duh, Bears.
We blew them all up.
The real gambler would win with mushrooms. I didn't want to get burned out by them. Zero garbage time. Yeah, there's base garbage time is like non-existent in this game, which is super pleasant. It's one of the best things about it. So you never mulligan Hawk. If you don't have Jinx in the opening hand, you mulligan everything else, though. Need Jinx or the burst spell here. Hey, thanks for the sub gift, Logan. There's no garbage time because the win cons actually kill you and don't just stop you from doing literal anything. Ain't that the truth, Jukeboxer? Ain't that the truth? I think we have an LP command, I believe, explaining it. I really love the support mechanic, Rowdy Peepo, so I'm excited to see that get some more support from the new set.
We see through all.
Maybe I'm supposed to wait to play this till my turn, so that way I can trigger it at least once before it dies. Could be right. JK! Never didn't have it.
These eyes see all.
Easy game.
Looking for trouble? It found you.
Like a fish in water.
We just kill Misfortune here.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Let's do this.
Tough turn. So do I play my 5/5 or do I play my Jinx and rummage to level my Jinx? Really? You want to be that aggressive? Like, this 5/5 is really good. And like, if I 5/5 here, next turn I'm gonna rummage into the other 5/5. Yeah, I feel like with the 5/5 especially, I'm not in a hurry to get to Jinx. That's pretty scary though.
Hot on the trail.
I guess we're kind of racing this.
Why are you here?
Them being forced into a chump block there feels good for us. We spew 1 mana because we can only carry 3 over, but that's fine.
Let me at him.
What did we catch?
I'm biased because I want to hear more Jinx voice lines. Fair. I understand. These are elusive, so I cannot block them.
Just you and me, Fishbones. And them.
Safety will cost you.
You know what's your... I'm on a roll.
This will be a good winter.
Now it's a party.
Now it's a party. I think I Mystic Shot this, so that way I can Urchin, dump, chump, get a missile. Missile kills this.
Some brought me out blast from the past. Well,
Well. Make it rain. Some things die while others feel the pain. Make it rain. If I Urchin first, I'm not guaranteed to flip to get the missile. That's pretty good. Hey, Bed Wallaby, thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Alright, can't block, must attack. Same line of text, right? All a part of the plan I just made up. Alright, and then this has got to be a shark, right? Never not. Warning shot shark. That being said, hopefully we can get our hand empty here and level Jinx. Burn spell, please. Burn spell, please. Alright, that'll do. That'll do, pig! That'll do!
There'll be blood in the water.
I don't know if this deck is good, chat, but it's definitely great. I love playing it. Jinx expresses how I feel quite well. He said the best way to learn this plane is their in-game tutorials. Their in-game tutorial is phenomenal. Not only are there's like 2 levels you have to go through, I believe, but then it also has a bunch of optional extra levels that literally teach you every mechanic in the game. It's really well done, Willoughby. My number one recommendation for learning the game is just install it and play through a little bit. And then after you try the first couple of tutorial levels, come in here and ask questions. But you'll definitely be able to ask better questions if you play the tutorial first. And trying this deck out as my first to moderate success in the low ranks, do you have any advice? Should you mulligan away a second Jinx? Yeah, I think so. So basically, like this hand, for example, you always keep Jinx or Entreat because you need Jinx to start. And then I think I'm gonna mulligan the rest of these because I'd really like an Omen Hawk or other cheap units to play. Lovely. Perfect. Yeah, I agree, Jin. A lot of Runeterra decks have a ton of play skill in them with the sequencing that you can do, but this one has a ton. Especially how you level Jinx and develop rockets is incredibly skill testing. Let's bank some spell mana here. Or we'll Mystic Shot this. Can't tell if serious or sarcastic. I've never played Raid. Well, so Raid is currently sponsoring the stream, Wallaby. So if you would like to take 10 minutes out of your life as an easy way to support my channel for free, if you install Raid and play the tutorial using my link, I get some support from that. I appreciate it.
These old eyes still see far.
So I don't think I want to trade my 4-3 for their 3-2, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass here. Would rather trade 4-3 for 4-3.
In Amarosa's name.
I think we just take a hit for 3 here.
Who goes there?
Who goes there? I think I'm okay with that pass. I think that pass is good for me. Could go either way.
They weren't expecting fallers.
They weren't expecting fallers.
Everyone's a garden.
Generally speaking, the opponent's archetype does not play Ruination, no.
An auspicious season. Blessed by snow and stars.
So every time I cast a spell, all my things get bigger. The top card of my deck gets much, much bigger. I'm just going to go ahead and preserve as much life total as possible here on this attack, I think. We're going to do this here. So the top unit of my deck is +6/+6 right now.
This would be a good winter.
It's actually a really awkward draw. Oh, it does level Jinx. You're right, JK.
Jinx stands for Jinx.
It does. It does level Jinx. I was thinking I couldn't level her this turn, but if I sequence her first and then do this. Yeah.
I'm on a roll.
Thank you. Sorry, I had a brain fart.
Blessed by snow and
Now the top unit of our deck is a 9/9.
an auspicious season.
Or +9/+9, I should say. I'm just going to pass here because I don't want to attack this into their 3/2 and let them draw a card just yet.
Now it's a party.
Now it's a party. Nice day, Runeterra. Here's my 1-drop.
Stick your lip out and give 'em puppy eyes. Trust me.
In Avarosa's name. Come, this way.
Nice 7-drop.
I'm innocent.
Fly away while you can.
I didn't do nothing.
Let's not ruffle our feathers.
If I do this, go to 7, and then we get excited this, and then we missile.
Less thinking, more pew-pewing.
Shut up, Jinx. Stop pressuring me. Oh, we get new cards at the end of the month, too.
Blessed by
So Targon is going to release their first set in that expansion August 26th, and then we're going to get other sets later on. Yeah, Atrocity's lethal. Definitely can't beat Atrocity, unfortunately. Yeah, I can't play around that. Yeah, top unit of our deck's going to be +9/+9. Or +6/+6. Atrocity's fast, so opening on attacks doesn't really do anything.
This would be a good winter. Patience.
We shall not rest until all betrayers are dead.
Watch your step. Yeah.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Are we attacking? I feel like the answer is no. I feel like the answer is no. Because I don't want these to lose toughness, because then when this attacks with Overwhelm, I don't block as much. Man, drawing units here really sucks.
I know what lurks in the shadows.
Tread carefully. Fly away while you can.
I'm innocent.
We're not dead, right?
Are you pooping?
Shut up, Jinx.
A tribute to the spider god.
The wrong shall find their vengeance!
Almost beat the Dehunger. Honestly, it might have been a throw on my part to not play my other Ochu out there. Might have been a throw on my part to not play the other Ochu out there. Could definitely see that. Hermidinger Jinx. No Entreat, or Hermidinger Luck, sorry. No Entreat, no Jinx is what I meant to say. Full mulligan. No Hawk, no Jinx in the opener feels real bad. Feels real awkward. Couple of Get Exciteds against Timer's not terrible though. I have not seen the Jinx cinematic, no.
The trap is set.
The Brahms a fine good game emote.
Discipline and steel.
Y'all get way too salty about people emoting. With this many Get Exciteds in my hand, I'm gonna use this first one aggressively.
Avenge me.
What do I swap out for the Mushroom Raccoon? I swapped out a couple of the Get Exciteds, or a couple of the Make a 1/1 when you discard a card. And I talked about making that swap last time we played the deck. Mushroom Raccoon's been okay. Jury Rig, yeah, it's the one. I'm only playing one Jury Rig in this build.
Contain the arcane.
Let's kill this now before it gets bigger. I basically have a second Jinx rolled up, so I'm gonna play the first one out aggressively here.
Their guilt is evident.
Screaming helps not at all.
What are you hiding?
Pretty okay with this trade.
Sight protect me.
This makes a spell that costs 6 or more when it dies. Thermo Beam, sure.
Nothing to worry about if you have nothing to hide.
Runeterra is getting Hexproof. It's pretty different from Hexproof.
Jinx stands for Jinx. Durr.
They have another Thermo Beam here. They can kill my Jinx and make me sad.
I'll give you to the Countess. Take that!
This is a fantastic draw. Probably the best draw in my deck.
Smile. It's called gunplay.
Suspicious. I trust my instincts.
Yeah, big agree, Leon. Big agree. They definitely do a great job of making you feel engaged with and liking the characters in the game. This game feels more alive than any other card game I've ever played. They do a stellar job of it.
I will keep us safe. Took the bait.
Took the bait. So, unfortunately, I cannot save her, but I can elixir something else, and then this will heal this, and it'll make me a missile. So these two will trade, and then missile kills this, puts them to 9. I open on attacks next turn. Not terrible.
I have them.
Alright. Not great either, though. So they get, I think we're in trouble, chat. Could peel some burn spells to peel out of this, but definitely not an amazing spot at the moment. Yep.
And round it goes.
My cause is righteous. You have no alibi.
Am I using this burn spell on one of their things, or am I hoping to peel and kill their face? I think I'm just hoping to peel and hit their face. Pretty sure we just go to 10 here, and then we got 2 shots at a burn spell. Want to hold on to this because it means if I hold this and I draw a get excited, we can kill them. That's the game. Then go hook 7. I guess I could technically kill this.
Eureka! Rise, my creature!
Alright, what are the mystery cards?
1.21 gigahexes.
Gigahexes. Okay.
Stand in judgment. You can't outrun justice.
I have two methods to evaluate.
Alright, so I need to draw Jinx for lethal.
This would be a good winter.
Close game. I'm gonna keep the Starlit Seer and the Jinx here. Look at the rest of these. Sick. I'm gonna take 3 here from this ephemeral. This comes back every time. It's very annoying. Gonna need to reset. I think I'm just spinning Elixir here. Go want to try and have more proactive cards. Summon 2 Spectral Riders. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna let that fog me. There's really no reason to attack in. These go away at end of turn.
We shall pierce their treasonous hearts.
Anything else?
Ooh, that's a good one. To stop the level up here. This levels up when 3 things die, and Haunted Relic's gonna be 3 things dying. Their Hecarim's gonna be real scary, though. We looked at the new cards at the very start of the stream today. Or the very start of the Runeterra segment today. I'm just using this as a gain 3 here. I assume he's still massive because he's Toast, but what are Toast metrics like since he moved to Facebook? Does he still pull in, 10,000 people like he did on Twitch? Joe's got a pile of money to stream on Facebook.
Wrong lady.
Soon you shall face punishment, Hecarim.
Okay, so if we kill this first, the rest of these lose the +3 power. So I get to Mystic Shot this, and then I'm going to 1, and Kalista's leveling. I think I'm throwing away some blockers over here to gain 6. And then I stay at 7, because this is Overwhelm hitting me too. I could put a 2-3 in front of this, that's true.
Let's not ruffle our feathers.
Yeah, I like that. Let's keep our health total high.
Blessed by snow and stars.
We're doing it.
So I'm gonna go to 11, and they're gonna lose everything. I'm gonna keep these.
This will be a good winter.
They must all pay the price.
and stars.
So I get to get excited this, which then makes me a super mega death rocket, which will then let me do the last point of damage to kill this.
Everyone goes boom!
Boom! This will also be our third trigger for this year, potentially, which is great. Man, this card.
This would be a good winter. His eyes see all.
Yeah, I guess I could attack with everyone and hope to rip Mystic Shot.
Blessed by snow and stars.
It's like dropping a Culta versus Mono Raid. Yeah. It's actually a really good draw because it means I can play this out and still some treasure. They just have so many cards in their hand. Hey, draw Atrocity. Jinx, please. This is a good draw.
An auspicious season.
Just the razor thinnest of margins. This is the part where they play the second They Who Endure, right? God, what is in their hand? What is in their hand? They have sharks that are lethal here, right? Oh, even these are just lethal. Alright, so that's what they have. Got it. Okay, we're very, very close. We broke it on like just barely on the wrong side of very close. A lot of times in this set. Just like 1 point off, 2 points off. Hope they don't have it. Hope we peel the out. Mulligan everything, looking for Jinx and Omen Hawks. Nailed it. Was not get excited in their face. Yeah, but would the Kali stuff killed us on open attacks in the backswing? I'd have to go back and look. You might be right. Maybe I should have pointed at their face sooner. To be fair, I did full mulligan looking for the Hawk.
The trap is set. Joke the bait.
I mean, you play against meta decks a majority of the time in Runeterra because this game's not like absurdly expensive. It doesn't price people out of playing meta decks. It's a Jinx that's big enough to dodge Frostbite.
Patience.
It's nice. Ooh. I think I'm offering the 4-3 for the 3-3 here.
Can't be.
That's annoying.
We fight for one Freljord. Today we fight as one.
You didn't do nothing.
This, I think. This seems good.
They walked around.
Spell Shield prevents things like Ruination. That's awesome. Open attacks here and see what they did. Prevents, yeah, that's single. That's good. That's good. I understand you said single unit. That's still a net positive, I think. I'm forcing Jinx to level here, right? The question is, what am I get exciteding? I think I'm get exciteding the 5-5, the 4-5 here.
Less thinking, more pew-pewing.
So that way my rocket kills it next turn. Yeah, links are enabled in chat.
I'm on a roll.
Yeah, I probably messed up last turn, or this turn, by not get exciteding their 6-2, so if they wanted to block, they would have been forced to do it with this. Expecting them to open on attacks here. I guess it depends on what they draw here too, though. Do I play this and get a mushroom? The problem is I'm not guaranteed to get a rocket before they attack that way. I think that's fine, though. And then we can Urchin, ditch the mushroom, trigger Jinx.
Blast from the past. Well,
I attacked with Jinx last turn. We leveled Jinx after combat.
Secure the kill.
That's super unfortunate. See if we get Elixired here to save the 5-1.
Go time.
They get to kill Jinx here is the issue.
Up top.
I'm innocent.
Yeah, without Jinx, we have a hard time burning them out, right? We need to keep that champion in play to have a shot. Probably dead here with 4 cards in their hand. Hey, can you drop me a DM, Just John? So I can take care of gifting you a sub after the stream's done today. You click on my name there to DM me. That one was rough. Let's try one more before we move on to Teemo Fizz. Yeah, like our deck's definitely an aggro deck, right? So like as the game goes along, we get to those 8-9 mana portions of the game, we're hoping to like burn them out basically. No Jinx, found the Omen Hawk. Omen in the Seer is a pretty good start. So we're playing Insheimer Lux again. Last time we had a close one. See if we can have things break our way this time through. We've been unfortunate in some ways. We've been really good at having Hawk on one in this set. I think I'm gonna wait a turn on this. How do you know when you've played through the tutorial? It'll pop up on the side of my screen, Rodford. It says you completed the tutorial 8 minutes ago, so you're good. I appreciate it. Thanks for checking out the sponsor. You can always find my deck list on my Mobilytics page here.
See through all. Patience.
Patience.
Yeah, I'm up.
I'm up. This thing is tough, so it takes 1 less damage inside of combat, which is annoying. Man, my hand is awkward. Yeah, I guess they were like, I'm definitely the beatdown here. I think they were just expecting me to have a play. But like, I just didn't, right?
These stories were true.
What if I get excited plus Fury this? I feel like that's my line.
This would be a good winter.
This triggers this twice. We're just like waiting on a Jinx at this point.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Going to the light.
They've got so many cards in their hand. Thankfully, their archetype doesn't have a sweeper in it like Ruination.
Ah, the sweet smell of science.
Our deck is so awkward without its namesake card.
This would be a good winter. Do your worst. Quit your yapping.
Feel like we're dead here. This game's a good... This game's a good example of our deck not being great without Jinx, and one of the reasons why we're trying to play so many virtual copies of Jinx.
served.
Alright, I lied when I said one more. I want to have one where we have our 6 of in the top third of our deck or our mulligan. And we are doing a second Runeterra deck today, so even if we have a good set, we're gonna take a quick ad roll, and then we're gonna play some Fizz Teemo. Doing 2 Runeterra decks today and 2 tomorrow, and then taking a couple of days off to Runeterra to focus on the new Magic set. Well, yep, we have Hawk into Starlets here again here, which these two can keep us going for a little bit. We just need to hope to peel a Jinx in the, by turn 5-6 ideally. Hand's got a lot of medium in it at the moment. Alright, here's the thing. Maybe somehow.
Eyes blazing bright as torches.
If I play Jinx, she's likely to die, right? I guess I have Elixir. I think I'm just playing a Chompers out to use my resources here.
Fear the power you do not see. Patience.
Patience. So we could technically, level Jinx Dexter. Gosh, I think I'm just passing. My hand is so awkward. I have Elixir to protect Jinx at least, but their archetype has a ton of removal in it. So I've got 9, 10, 11, 12 damage in play right now. So if we end the round here, I think we open attacks and get in with my hookers. They're down to 6 now. I've got 2 Mystic Shots in my hand.
Warm hearts and hot soup. No time for soup. We've got to move.
So if I play this, I'll have 7 mana left over. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana worth of stuff in my hand.
Stones, and then
So, like, yeah, they like 1,000% have a flock here, right?
We are doing it!
So Jinx could still die here. They have 4 resources and a bunch of cards. Could have like another flock. Yep. Yeah, is Jinx too good if she makes a rocket the turn she flips? I don't know. Maybe.
Warm hearts and hot soup. No time for soup.
I feel like the answer is probably no. For the next slot. I mean, it's not more than a decimate. And like, it's one of your champion slots.
Carved from the savage.
At the bare minimum, this card should not get to do its thing the turn you play it. It's really obnoxious that this card gets its effect the turn it gets played, and Jinx doesn't get hers.
Leave them not.
I think that's a pretty big miss overall.
Carefully.
Just only had one Jinx in. 15 cards here. We're playing 6 copies of Jinx.
Bring these lands.
It's a hard knock life. That's not true. That's not true, Jin. So Johnny Ash is a primarily Fridge Lord deck. Like, it definitely splashes. It definitely, yeah, this archetype is primarily blue, right?
Who goes there?
Yeah, they play Noxious for the removal and the 2-drop.
Not and ready.
Not attacking my 2/3 into their 3/1. Hey, another one of those sounds great. Yeah, if you haven't played since was it 1.7 was the last patch? This archetype's been arguably one of the best decks since that patch dropped, Jin.
Took the bait. We see through all. Hot on the trail. Does not ruffle our feathers. They walked around.
They have like a deal one here. Did they not realize they must have Brittle Steel and thought they could Brittle Steel this? Is maybe what happened. Brittle Steel is based on life, so this was a 3/4. They couldn't Brittle Steel it there.
bones.
I think I'm okay to play this out with Elixir here. I guess they could Brittle Steel plus Culling Strike her. So maybe I shouldn't play this out. If they, because they attacked like they had Brittle Steel. So if they have Culling Strike as well, that's not good for me. Alright, getting to the next turn feels good. How can we build a Jinx flip this turn? Hey, Wafer Lord, thanks for the tier 2, I appreciate that. So, if I get excited and then rummage, we get to... That doesn't work, right?
Less thinking, more pew-pewing.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Couldn't you get excited and then rummage the other two? No, because you have to put them all on the stack. You have to put them all on the stack at the same time, right? So, like, and while this one's waiting to go on the stack, this card's still in your hand. Because it doesn't get excited, doesn't actually discard the card until you click OK. And you're rummaging before you click OK, right? Is my understanding of that? Yeah, you don't discard for get excited till you press OK. So what people are saying I should do doesn't work. I understand this card. Yeah, so you see how it doesn't actually discard the card till I press OK? And if I press OK there and my opponent does nothing, the stack would resolve and then Jinx would die to the Reckoning. Yeah, they would both need burst, is correct. Do I want to play a 3/3 Hawk? Probably. Hey, Bus, thanks for checking out the raid sponsor, Complete the Tutorial. I appreciate that. Drop me a DM and let me know if you'd like a gifted sub to the channel or to bump something in the queue.
I'll give you to the Countess. Wake up!
Okay, that's a backup Jinx for later. Is there anything that punishes this attack? Elixir punishes this attack? I think we just pass. I guess I could attack with this and hook the Enraged Yeti. Would mean there isn't a punish, I don't think. Yeah, let's do that, actually. I don't wanna. I don't believe they can Frostbite here. They have to be playing the 3-mana one. Which they usually don't play. They usually only play Brittle Steel and the 6-mana one. They usually only have that one when Ash is in play. Hey, thanks, Watermelon. I appreciate the 2 months. Welcome back. Yeah, if you click and grab them in order, it even puts them into play in the order in which you clicked on them, which is great. We do at least have a backup Jinx. Yeah, A attacks with all, but generally speaking, the order in which you're attacking with your things matters a lot in this game. Yeah, that's true. The fact that they're playing these two cards means I probably should have played around the 3-mana Frostbite card. because these cards are off meta,
Bones.
which means they're more likely to have atypical things in their deck once we see these two cards. Hey, is she dead or do I get to draw cards? Wow, what is in their hand?
Now it's a party.
Yeah, what are they sandbagging though? Like, are they sandbagging things that die to Super Mega Death Rocket? Yeah, maybe they just have a bunch of flash freezes, a bunch of cards that frostbite my stuff. I think if they pass, I'm just passing back. I don't think I'm supposed to attack in here. What does sandbagging mean? It means they're holding it means they're holding back things they could be playing out. They could have Reckonings. Yeah, Reckoning doesn't do anything on this board. Doesn't do anything impactful, at least. I could play Chomps and get it, I suppose. That's definitely a card they could have.
Less thinking,
More pew-pewing.
Few earn the right to call themselves.
Them not opening on attacks here is ideal for us. It means I get to do this, and now I can generate a rocket, and I think we win the burn them out now. Right, because I'm going to get to Entreat for a Jinx, which is a Get Excited, and then I play this, and then Get Excited, discards Chompers, we Get Excited their face. And then my Super Mega Death Rocket kills them.
means they like you.
Petite means they like you. I think they were supposed to open attacks there. I think they were supposed to open attacks. Because now if they attack, I get priority after the attack, and I get to rocket them.
Winter take you.
Yeah, I think because this only had 2 toughness, they wanted to play around a burn spell. And because they opted to play around that, they actually ended up getting burned out themselves. I guess they just felt safe at 6 or whatever. Yeah. That's a good one to end on. After saying last one 5 times in a row, that feels like a good one to end on. Decimate is 4. 5 to cast, 4 damage. I feel like, I know we definitely lost more than we won in that set. I had fun. I think I liked the mix of Chump Wumps and Jury Rig. This was definitely useful at different points. The Mushroom Clouds did a good job of providing Zonite Urchin with things to discard, Rummage with things to discard, and the cheap 2/2 body was very reasonable. And like I said, honestly, like, the thing that, like, is just such incredible game design about Runeterra is I really feel like they hit this really sweet spot with the champion level up mechanic where I can feel like I had satisfying games even when I don't win. And I really feel like that's something that I felt has been lacking in Magic in recent memory, is that like so many of the games in Magic in the last year and a half, like if you're not winning, you just feel miserable and decimated. And between like how the characters interact and being able to accomplish leveling something up, I really feel like they just like did an excellent job of like making me feel satisfied when I don't always win, which is great. It's a great place to be when you can have both players walk away from a game a lot of the time and be like, that was fun, that was sweet. I did things, they did things were done. All right, at any rate, we're going to do a second Runeterra deck today. I'm doing 2 Runeterra decks today and 2 tomorrow. Up next, we are going to be playing my other favorite deck in the format, which is some Fizz Teemo. So I'm going to hit a quick ad roll while I get things set up and flipped over. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.